Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, where we carry the largest selection of wood flowers in the United States. And today, we haven't made a bouquet in a while, so let's jump into it. All right, you guys, welcome back to another tutorial. And yes, we are going to do a bouquet. It's been a while, I feel like, since we've done a bouquet. So we're going to do it, but this time we're gonna do a simple classic round bouquet. I haven't done one of these tutorials in quite a few years, so I think it was time to refresh it just a little bit. So we're gonna do that right now. So go get your flowers, just a little bit of greenery. This is different from most of the tutorials I ever do. We are not going to go over the top with greenery. The flowers, for sure, are the star of this bouquet, 100%. So you don't need a lot of greenery for this, which depends on your style. You might be super thrilled about or a little sad, but it's okay. I promise if you're a little sad, wait till the end. I think you're gonna love it, even if it's not your necessarily go-to style of bouquet. So with that in mind, I'm gonna get my coffee. It's become a tradition now. Iced coffee with protein shake in there for tutorial time. So I'm gonna have my coffee with me and we're gonna put this bouquet together, and it's gonna be quick. These go by really quickly. So let's jump into it. All right, for this bouquet, we're gonna just have 3 different things that we're gonna be using. Simple Simon, right? So we have the new dyed assortment over at ohyourlovely.com called Adoring Romance. As I'm filming this, it is still available, but like every other dyed assortment we've ever worked with on this channel, just know that once they're gone, they're gone. So if you're watching this in the far off future, which does happen, it may no longer be available. But you can use any of our other dyed assortments that are available at the time, and it'll work perfectly. I'm just using one assortment, no extra flowers or anything like that. For the greenery, we're gonna go super simple, like I said. So we're going to our basics collection. I'm gonna be using the Silver Dollar Eucalyptus that is in individual pieces. I'm not gonna cut these in any other way. We're keeping them as is. And then I also grabbed, also from the basics collection, our seeded eucalyptus, seeded Silver Dollar Eucalyptus. These we are gonna have to cut off of this stem, but this is all of the greenery, and this might be too much. I'm wondering if we're not even gonna need to use these. We might only just use this one. So we'll see as we go along. But the more I'm looking at this, I think this might be the only piece of greenery. So one assortment, actually let's do this. We'll make it a challenge. Forget the 5 individual pieces. Those are going bye-bye. Adios, we'll work with you at another time. So we're using this eucalyptus, this assortment. Boom, we're gonna create a lovely bouquet. So let's do it, shall we? Okay, so before we begin, let's just go over the basics of working with the product. When you get the wood flowers, they are going to come loose. They're not gonna have a stem on them. To put the stem on, super, super simple. Get a little bit of hot glue, and you can either put some glue right on the base of the flower and insert your wire stem there, or what I like to do is put a little bit of glue on the tip of my wire stem and pop it into the flower. Put it in the back, Simple Simon, super easy to do. And for the greenery, the only prep work we need to do is I'm gonna scoot all of these up, and it's just gonna depend on the greenery. Some greenery does not allow the scoot up, but a lot do. So I'm gonna scoot those up so that they're kind of sitting up at the top, and then spread it apart. And at the bottom, we are just going to clip them all off. There you go, Simple Simon. Okay, to start the bouquet, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with 3 flowers. I'm gonna grab one of my big guys. And this is really, it's really simple. And I think actually, instead of that red rose, we're gonna go with a cream. Okay, so I have all my 3 base. Don't overthink this part. Just start with 3 flowers, and then you're gonna take a piece of greenery and you're gonna squish it in there, and then you're going to start working your way around your bouquet. All right, this is really all there is to it. I like to not have the same flowers touch each other, but that is my own personal preference. It's definitely not necessarily always doable with this kind of project. But now we have the start. I've only got one piece of greenery in there. We definitely need to add a little bit more, but we're just going to slowly introduce the greenery. You don't need to get crazy with this because, like I said, the flowers are the main show. And this is also gonna start shaping. So I've got more of a square going or a rectangle going. So I want, like, that big flower would be perfect here to really fill in that space and get us back to a more rounded type of placement. Now I'm holding it pretty high up, and I'm going to, once we get a little bit further and we're getting them more rounded, our wires, you already see it, is starting to happen. The wires are gonna start bending, okay? That's totally normal. You kind of want that to happen so that you can get that nice round shape that we're going for. And then you just keep going around and around and around. When she stops, when the flowers run out, probably, if we know me well enough, which I think we all do by now. No matter what I do, it'll be extra in some way or another. All right, okay, still going in a circle. I will say, these nice big guys. Now the other thing too, I like to go down and above. I don't like them all to be on the same plane necessarily, but again, personal preference. Isn't that great? If you want them all on the same level playing field, so to speak, and all of the same, then you can. All right, now we're really getting into there. Now, I will say that my hands start to cramp a little bit when I start doing this. If you need a break, which it's okay, you take a break when you're working on these. I like to use a zip tie or some sort of like vinyl tape and tape it off just to give my hands a little break. All right, last big guy. He really does help really fill in the placement. Yeah, so you can kind of see already. You see there's like low spots and then high spots on that. Right. And we're also gonna step back and look at it a little bit, see how we're liking the shape of it. Definitely feel like I need a pop of greenery there. And then a flower to fill that out. I feel like this is one of the quicker bouquets that I can make besides the bundle technique. And if you haven't seen the bundle technique tutorials, I definitely recommend those. That was a game changer for me, and for me teaching how to work with these flowers. I honestly don't think anybody can mess that up. You'd have to try really hard in order to mess that up. And I think that's all relative too of what is a mess up when it comes to this stuff. All right, so we have 4 more pieces of greenery. I think for the most part, the end, I want to cover the last couple of pieces with the greenery around. So we're getting close to being done already, and we still have a fair amount of flowers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 flowers left. 1 I had dropped on the floor, but 9 total. So this is what we have left of flowers at the moment. I'm just gonna find holes, pop them in there. This is also the time where I'm starting to like look at the placement. Like I had 2 daisies here. I was about to put another daisy there, but then I have like a line of daisies. I love daisies, but I don't want a line of daisies. So instead we're gonna move something else. But I don't like the 2 Charlottes next to each other because then they look like eyeballs, and my hand is cramping so bad. This is the only thing about this particular bouquet is I find I hold onto it very tightly, and it does start to hurt a little. I'm not going to lie, it does, but that's all right. It's all like no pain, no beauty is pain. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Beauty's pain. Oh, and I got two. Oh, you son of a. We run out of options when we get close to the end. And so something you loved might not necessarily go where you want it to. Oh, there we go. You can pop it. No, we're gonna have eyeballs. I can't. I'm out of options. Eyeballs for all. All right, last flower. I don't even know if we need her, but what I'm gonna do is a little something different. I'm gonna slide her in into another spot. Okay, so there is that. And now when you look at it this way, you see it's not completely, everything's on the same level. Like I said, it's your decision if you want it to be like that. You're gonna kind of move stuff down a little bit. I like a little bit of dimension on that, so I'm happy with that. So now we're gonna take the rest of our greenery and I'm gonna be bending it to cover some more of the, so like right there, you see there's tons of wire. We're gonna put a piece of greenery there just to finish that off. You guys, I think we did it. Look at that. And then with these, I just saw this on a TikTok video. I didn't know this was a thing. When you are carrying a bouquet like this, and we've got to trim our wires, but you push it like this, like into your belly button. That's the way you're supposed to hold these bouquets. I didn't know that. I'm not a wedding expert. I got married in a teeny tiny little bed and breakfast with like, 10 people tops. And for my reception dinner, it was take-up Chinese. Classy, super classy like that. So I don't know these rules, but now I can share them with you thanks to the good old tickety talks. Okay, give you my hand a break. Let's tighten this up and finish off the handle of the bouquet, shall we? Okay, so I have my little zip tie, GUN, gotta be careful with those things, and a zip tie. Now when we hold the bouquet, or figuring out like where we wanna cut things and how long it wants to be. So I have one hand, two hands, the bottom is what we no longer need. And then, so I take my zip tie and kind of go in the middle of that because I wanna cover it up with my ribbon, my other stems, whatever I'm deciding to do to finish that. And then this is handy if you do the zip tie thing. This makes it as tight as possible and then it clips it for you so you don't have any jagged edges. So that's Simple Simon. Now we gotta cut off all of these stems. To do that, I'm going to just take like a reference point. So I'm like, okay, this is my wire. I don't want them to go any longer than that. Grab my wire clippers. Clip a couple at a time. Don't try to He-Man it and cut more than like one or two at a time. Can it? Yeah. Are you gonna hurt your hands? Yeah. Is it gonna dull your blade? Yeah. All that stuff. I will say though, I've had these clippers, I think now 4 years, 3 or 4, 3 for sure, probably 4. I have not had to, oh, score, went right in there. I've had these for a decent amount of time. I have not had to sharpen them or replace them. I love these wires, cutters so much. Maybe I'll try to actually link it onto the video for once. It would be an Amazon affiliate link. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. We'll deal with that in a second. I didn't know that that was there. Did you guys notice that? Probably not. The camera's not on the table. I didn't realize I had one more flower left. Well, that's fine. It's a little daisy and it's easy enough to get in there. Oh, ooh, cover your eyes. All right, so that's now nice and trim. We've got one more daisy to get in there. No biggie that, we've already got the zip tie going. We can get that, we can snuggle, nestle, nuzzle it in there. I'm just trying to find a spot that needs a daisy, and I think it's this spot right here. So I'm gonna go up from the top, and I'm going to fish it through. There we go. can get it through. I actually was able to fish it through and go through the zip tie, so that's awesome. So now that's in there. Oh, we just got cut off that last wire. There you go. Now to finish this bouquet, it's completely up to you what you want to do. We have corn broom in the shop. It looks like a grass basically, and you can cover around there. We've done that tutorial a couple different times. I'll also try to remember to link. We have a blog post. We do blogs too. We have a blog post at ohyourlovely.com all about handles and how to finish them. So I'm gonna link that in the description so you can see all of the different options. But there's also, and then how to do it. There's ribbon, there is grabbing other greenery stems, the leftovers, and covering around the wires so it looks nice and natural. All sorts of different options. Now I am gonna push this a little bit because it was looking a little egg-heady. We don't need an egg head kind of there. All right, much better. A classic, simple, round bouquet coming at you. How cute did this turn out? Ah, I love it so much. All right, you guys, there you have it. The simple, I say simple in a way that it's a simple design. There's not a lot of greenery going on. It's a round, you know, but that doesn't mean that it's not beautiful and takes a little bit of time. The more you make these though, the faster it goes. Watch out for hand cramps though. Give your hands a break if you need them. And like I said, we haven't done one of these in a really long time. I would love to hear though in the comments, what is your favorite bouquet style, or what would you like to see redone we've done pretty much every single style, I feel like, over the past 5 years, but I'm always open to redoing one or trying a different style that I haven't tried before. So there you have it. If you're loving this channel, can't get enough, want to know the next time we post a video, which is typically on Wednesdays, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell to find out about the 150 style wood flowers, including craft supplies and greenery. Go to ohyourlovely.com, but before you do, let me give you something. Use the code YouTube30 to get 30% off your first order. All right, you guys, I will see you next week for another tutorial. I'm Stephanie from Oh You're Lovely, and you, my friends, are absolutely lovely. Bye, guys. Make sure, put it to your belly. That's how you gotta walk down when you're using one of these. Apparently, that's the rule. I don't make these rules, I just share them. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye.